commitment match with switching off. So inputs can't be changed anymore 20 seconds after betting has ended.
So on the red team we have Turtwig, Muck, and Stantler.
On blue team we have Chimchar, Nincada, and Magmar. I wonder what input everyone will stick with. Looks like it's favorable for blue team initially though, because Nincada can dig on Muck and Chimchar can flamethrower Turtwig. But surprisingly, Turtwig is actually faster. Must be really slow Chimchar. What do you see from this match?
Basically, Magmar's natural berry is used to fuel its natural gift water. So the natural gift can only be used once. Also, the Stantler has Last Resort, which would be a very powerful stab attack if it actually gets to use it.
Yeah, although since it's commitment, I don't think they would use those options, because if they were locked onto Natural Gift after it activated once, then it would only work once.
Last Resort is really a bad idea in a commitment match, because
you have to use
there's
all
not much of a
first.
chance that it'll get to actually use Last Resort when it's stuck on one input.
I mean, Chimchar can just lock in Flamethrower and it's fine against pretty much everything, but Turtwig can't really use Seed Bomb against Chimchar. And, so they'd have to sacrifice it, because if they lock into Thrash, I mean, they can't do Swords Dance and Endure. Maybe they could just start with Thrash and then switch to Seed Bomb, because if they stay on input B, then that means that Muck will be spamming Thunder against Nincada, which is partially ground, so it's immune to that.
Yeah, and Stantler using Iron Tail against Magmar will be very good either.
Hi Shadow Puppet.
Hi Shadow Puppet. So basically, yeah, the match is about to begin, and so far most of the bets have been on the blue team.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty safe bet to start off with. Maybe red team can make something happen though if they start with Thrash and then switch to Seed Bomb, because if they use Thrash they'll be locked into it for a few turns too, and then switching to move A would leave them primed for using Sludge Bomb and Swift with Muck and Stantler.
So Turtwig starts off by using Seed Bomb.
I guess they're just playing it safe. I mean, with commitment matches, you can change your inputs up till 20 seconds until the match started, so they probably could have gotten a little more damage if they used Thrash, but it's okay.
Yeah, commitment matches have switching off this time. So Muck uses Sludge Bomb on Chimchar.
This will activate Salic Berry. I mean Pataya Berry. Salic Berry was Turtwig, and also it has Blaze, so Flamethrower is going to do tons of damage. Oh, it almost finished off Muck despite its high stats, but Muck should finish off Chimchar's Sludge Bomb.
So far, blue team has done quite a lot of damage, and they'll be sending out Nincada next.
Even though Ninjask is really fast, Nincada is actually pretty slow, but it does resist Sludge Bomb, and it does have a stab super effective dig to work with.
Nincada also has leftovers, and it can recover some health points from its leftovers every time it uses dig or protect. Anyhow, Muck is finished off by Nincada's dig.
Yeah, those leftovers are going to help it a lot against Stantler. Basically, any damage that Nincada does at this point is extra credit. Looks like it'll be able to get 1 or 2 digs off. No, it would normally survive around 1 dig from this range, but because it'll get double leftovers healing, it'll probably be able to survive another Swift in the red and get a second dig off, which is pretty good even if it's intimidated.
Although Intimidate attacks up, it really does any damage, but Nincada is being relatively... Nincada has been defeated by Swift now. I don't know.
Oh, so it did survive a second Swift like I thought. That's good. But since Stantler's faster, should finish it off here. But this puts Blue Team in a pretty favorable position for Magmar firing off stab fire punches. Because it's Magmar switching into Stantler and not the other way around, Stantler doesn't get the advantage of intimidating Magmar. So it will be doing full damage with its fire punches. Also, Magmar is faster than Stantler, and I don't think that even a crit Swift would kill it in one hit because Magmar actually has surprisingly high special bulk.
Yep, people in chat are mentioning that in Generation 1, Swift hits digging and flying targets. Basically in Generation 1, Swift can never miss its target. Even
yeah,
if
maybe it would have been better against Nincada then. Well, congratulations to Blue for their 13% payout. I mean, money is money. %13 is almost like a tip. So what's going on in the side game right now? I think, I don't know, I've been seeing some posts on Reddit about some Porygon stuff. And I know we beat Koga recently as well. Well, you know, give us Mother 3. People can't really control how their voice sounds.
Why do I sound so young? I have no idea actually. But this is what my voice is supposed to sound like. Well, Faith
yeah,
sounds
it's a good
like
voice.
Too. Oh, meanwhile, we have some very peaceful music from Celestian's town. And
okay.
This is a normal match with switching off. So on the red team, we have Trapinch, Skarmory, and Sentret.
On blue team, we have Gastrodon West, Roserade, and Gastly. Reminder that Earthquake does double damage when hitting targets that are underground, so perhaps Dig isn't the best idea here. I mean, Dive is super effective anyway. With Gastrodon, that gives it a pretty favorable matchups, plus superior stats. I mean, Trapinch has high attack, but it's 56 speed. Even Gastrodon is faster than that. And its defenses are superior. I mean, Gastrodon's are.
Thank you, Shadow Puppet. We appreciate your support.
Yeah, thanks, Shadow Puppet.
What is my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Piplup.
It looks like in the later game, in mid-game I mean, it seems like Skarmory should be able to do a fair amount of work because it has high physical defense, which allows it to resist Dive and Dig. it's immune to Gastrodon's Toxic, and it can also Toxic it back, and because both of Gastrodon's moves are 2-turn moves, it means that the Toxic damage from Skarmory will easily stack up. But it's possible for Gastrodon to beat Skarmory if it gets enough curses on Trapinch, but that depends. I mean, the opportunity for it to use curse on Trapinch depends on what red team will do.
Well, Piplup is my favorite Pokemon because I think it's really cute, and it's basically the first Pokemon I used in a proper Pokemon game, which was Pokemon Platinum.
Though, in the later game, I mean, Sentret is not known for its special attack, although it's surprisingly high, given PBR stat tweaking. You can't hit Gastly with Hyper Voice. Roserade has high special defense. This is assuming that Skarmory doesn't just outright beat Roserade with its resistances. But, Sentret will have to use non-stab, Surf, and Flamethrower off 185 special attack against Gastly, who has Stab, Sludge Bomb. So I think there is an advantage in the late game for Blue, but Red team has the advantage in the mid game with Skarmory, so we'll have to see how those advantages compare to each other.
So the match begins with both sides sending out their ground type. Gastrodon starts setting up with a curse, which lowers its speed and increases its attack and defense.
I think it might still be faster than Trapinch after one curse. Looks like they're going for quick attack though. Quick Attack is a good move there, if they can switch off Quick Attack, because Quick Attack means, because otherwise Gastrodon would have been faster, but they didn't switch. If they had switched from Quick Attack, then they could have gotten in a turn before the dive, then Gastrodon would have dived, and then after it would have gotten something. Oh, well, I forgot that Trapinch wouldn't be able to survive a +1 dive, especially with its lower defenses. I guess Quick Attack was their only hope of getting any damage in on it, because they wouldn't have been able to survive dive. And Gastrodon was still faster, even at -1 speed.
So Skarmory badly poisons Gastrodon.
This is where the mid-game advantage from Skarmory comes in, because Gastrodon has to attack with 2-turn moves, but fortunately Blue did do the good move of setting up a curse against Trapinch before killing it, so at least it'll be able to do a little more damage to Skarmory. Looks like Skarmory setting up spikes because it's going to mostly count on the toxic damage to kill Gastrodon while it's preparing for Roserade switch-in. Maybe just racking up a little bit more damage with spikes so that Drill Peck can kill decisively. Gastrodon might actually die before it attacks with dive because of the poison damage.
Yep, when it was underwater, the poison damage was too much for Gastrodon, and it's faint.
Let's see if Red Team manages to switch to Drill Peck in time for Roserade. The spikes damage might have mattered a little here if it puts Drill Peck into one-hit range. I'm not quite sure, but Roserade doesn't have particularly impressive physical defenses, and also Skarmory has a Life Orb. Unfortunately, Weather Ball's not going to do too much without Rain Dance first. Even Razor Leaf would have been better there. Looks like between Spikes damage and Life Orb, Drill Peck is enough to kill Roserade even from a defensive Pokemon like Skarmory. Now we'll see if Blue can revenge kill Skarmory and get into the favorable matchup against Sentret, or if Skarmory will do a little more.
So Skarmory is taken down by its own life orb damage, and Red Team has only 6 of them.
Yeah, you say Razor Leaf wasn't better, but I think at that point you had to go for the crit, because the Water Ball damage is going to be negligible by itself. Sentret might actually be able to finish this off because Skarmory did work against Gastly too. But Gastly wins in the end. Because it's faster, then they were both weakened, so Gastly has advantage there. Oh, so even with a crit, okay. Yeah, that's what quad resistances will do. Congratulations to Blue Team for winning the 131% payout. Even though Skarmory did put in a lot of work, it couldn't get the job done by itself. Trapinch and Sentret were a lot weaker in this matchup than Skarmory was. Any opinions on the new Pokemon Sun and Moon sequels announced? I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, I basically just buy whatever Pokemon games come out for the main series anyway. I'll just have to evaluate it more when I actually play it. But I mean, I'm from Hawaii, and the Lola region is based off Hawaii, so I'm probably biased anyway.
Yep, personally I'm also looking forward to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, although I won't be getting it on release day, unlike I did with Pokemon Moon. Should still be pretty good games though.